What's going on YouTube? My name is Sosa, but you can call me Sosa. Welcome back to Sosa Inspires. Today we're going to talk about something really dear to me and how I started on my fitness journey. And this is bodybuilding calisthenics. What is bodybuilding calisthenics? First things first, I did not come up with this terminology. Okay, it's always been there. Okay, in fact, it's just basically the combination of bodybuilding and calisthenics. But you're using your body weight. So you're trying to bodybuild using your body weight. What exactly does that mean? Well, for one, a lot of calisthenics movements involve, very functional, multi-jointed movements, and, slightly, in some cases, can be acrobatic, okay? With bodybuilding calisthenics, we're gonna take a little bit out of the functionality away from it and keep it more focused and isolated. So for instance, when you're doing a push-up, when you're trying to do bodybuilding calisthenics, going down on the push-up should take you at least 3 seconds. Coming up on the push-up should take you at least like 2 to 3 seconds. So one rep of a push-up should be at least 5 seconds. Okay, that's how controlled bodybuilding calisthenics is. You're really using your body weight to shape your physique. Okay, so that involves, number one, a slow tempo. Right, and that could be slow eccentrics, slow concentrics, okay, hard squeezes, okay, a pause at the fully lengthened muscle, a pause at the fully contracted muscle, okay? You're really feeling every inch to utilize that body weight to create the most muscle damage, because you can't progressively overload with external forces, so you can only use your body weight, so you have to slow things down to make them harder. Once you do a rep for 5 seconds each time, you're gonna realize, wow, this is actually very difficult. The next thing is, number two, when it comes to bodybuilding calisthenics, it is less functional than calisthenics, but more functional than bodybuilding. What you find is there's more functionality while doing bodybuilding calisthenics from a bodybuilding perspective. So a bodybuilder can look at bodybuilding calisthenics exercises and be like, that's way too functional, that's not enough isolation. While a calisthenics athlete can look at bodybuilding calisthenics as that's not functional enough. Okay, so it's a very interesting balance. Number three, this is probably the most important feature of bodybuilding calisthenics. It prevents injuries. See, I started training when I was 12 years old, okay? Now I'm 22, I'm about to turn 23. I started with bodybuilding calisthenics for the first 3 or 4 years of me training. So from 12 to 15, I only did bodybuilding calisthenics, okay? Now, and then at 15, I moved to weights. I did bodybuilding type stuff. And then at 18, I started doing powerlifting, right? At 21, I did solely bodybuilding, and then I competed as a bodybuilder, and that's 10 years of training. I haven't gotten injured once, okay? Then I started testing out on my own clients. I started personal training when I was 17 years old. I started training fellow classmates and everyone, and once I moved to university, I started training older people. And what I noticed is when I start them off of like doing 2 to 3 months of bodybuilding calisthenics, whether they had an injury before, an overuse injury, it always goes away because you're forced to use your own mechanical stimulus. You're forced to learn how to control your body weight, which each rep going for 5 seconds, and you're slowing down the tempo, you're feeling the muscle contract. It's really hard to get injured because you're strengthening your connective tissues too, right? Due to that, paused eccentric overloads with your body weight. Okay, it goes a long way for your connective tissue, it goes a long way for your ligaments and your tendons, and that really helps a lot with preventing injury and giving you a solid base. That's why I always get my clients to do about 2 months at least of bodybuilding calisthenics before we transition into the weights, because we never want to be in a place where we can't even have a solid mind-muscle connection. Not only that, we don't want to get injured, okay? Speaking of mind-muscle connection, that is the next thing. How to get a mind-muscle connection with your body weight? Bodybuilding calisthenics, okay? When you slow down every tempo, you're gonna be forced to get a freaking mind-muscle connection. You have no choice, okay? You have to feel that muscle contract. If every push-up takes you 5 seconds, you're gonna feel your muscles, okay? 100%. So And that's the beautiful thing about bodybuilding calisthenics. I think it goes a long way, and this is always going to be my preferred form of training. I take the principles of bodybuilding calisthenics and then I apply them to weighted movements. So, you know, in the coming weeks, you start to see my workouts where I actually mix bodybuilding calisthenics with some powerlifting, with some bodybuilding, and I just have a whole well-rounded program. Okay, I start my workout with bodyweight stuff, slow controlled bodyweight movements, then I move on to the powerlifting type movements, and I move on to the bodybuilding type movements, and that's my whole workout, and it's a beautiful thing. I never get injured. I look amazing, I feel amazing, and I eat a ton because I train hard. Okay, cool. I hope you like this. I'm going to go into more detail about this, but this is basically bodybuilding calisthenics in a nutshell. Instagram for coaching, all right? Get free resources too. My website is going to be up any day now, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys soon. Peace to the Soul Elites.